Hey trappers, Dale Billingsley here, Billingsley Brand Lures. So guys, what I want to talk to y'all about today is summertime control work with coyotes. Summertime work is a whole different ball game compared to working in the fall and winter. And I'm not talking about depredating coyotes that are killing livestock. I'm just talking about just general summertime control of them, because depredating coyotes are a completely different ball of wax altogether yet. We're not going to delve off into that at all. Controlling summertime coyotes is it's a pain. I'm not going to lie to anybody, because all you're working on at this time of the year is the adults and the adults only. Puppies are still in the den, or they're still with the adults. Not saying you're not going to catch a pup now and then, but they're going to be really, really small. Maybe the old man is just now taking them on a road trip, depending on what part of the country you're in. I know here they're still at the den. They haven't started leaving yet with the old man yet. So, you're basically going to be working on adult coyotes. And once you take those coyotes out of their territory, there's not too many transient coyotes that are filtering through at this time of the year. Most of them are paired up. Actually, there's three adults usually to the den. There's the wet female, the male, and then a surrogate female that they pick up along the way, to just in case something would happen to that wet female. She'll step in and do whatever it takes to make sure that those puppies survive. So they pick up that third or that second female to take with them just in case of that. And she helps raise the pups as well. So a lot of times she'll be a babysitter when mom and dad need to go get away from the kids. They leave the kids with a babysitter, and that's what she's there for. So yeah, it's kind of a different ball game. You're like I said, you're just working on adults. You're not getting very many transient coyotes or displaced coyotes coming through. So this time of the year, trail sets with footholds, trail sets with either snares or cable restraints, gland type lures, good quality urine are going to become your friends. Okay, you need to be setting closer on sign than you do any other time of the year. Not saying to drive by good locations or go by them. That's not what I'm saying. But you're going to be wanting to be closer on the tracks. You're going to be wanting closer to where the coyote's line of travel is. Summertime coyotes are a lot like summertime and early fall beaver, okay? And the fact that you have to go to them, they're not going to come to you so much, if that makes sense. They're not as apt. Dang these gnats. I hate Iowa. I hate summer. They're not going to come to your regular type baits and lures that you may have been using and having success with in the fall, winter, and up into the early spring. Now things have changed over a little bit. They're still going to come to some of them. If you find a winning combination, then by all means keep pouring it to them till it quits working, and then do something different. But you're going to want to be concentrating more on the gland type lures, sweeter, milder type baits and lures. You can still use loud rank, just don't use quite as much as what you normally would use in the fall and winter work. So I got a couple of sets I want to show you, and that I really like to use in the summer and even into the early fall through the dispersal period. And we'll get things set up here and show you those couple of sets that we use, and we'll talk a little more too. So stay with me. We'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, guys, the first type of set I like to use is it's basically a flat set, but it's really not either. What we're on, and I'll kind of turn this around here a little slow so you can see it. We are on a traveled tractor lane. Now, you find these things dotted all across the United States. Okay, they are everywhere. When you find them and you find coyote sign along them, this set really works great. All right, now what I've done is I've took my spade and I just dug a trench back in here to make it look like a puppy dig. Okay, your trap will be buried out here in front, 8-10 inches back here in front. Now this really works better if you actually have a trail, like you're right close to where the tire tracks are. That's when this really shines, but this will work either way. What I've done, like I said, took my spade and I cut this trench. Trap will be buried here, and then I'll stake a piece of hide or some cotton balls, whatever might be legal in your state to use. I'll stake it up high back here in the back of this trench. All right, Coyote can't stand up here. He can't work the set from the side. He can't really reach it and work it from the top real well. So he has to be down in here on the bottom. That's all there is to it, okay? This set is dynamite deadly on predators, whether it be fox, coyote, whatever it might be. Now, you will, and that's another thing I want to bring up about summertime work. You have a whole lot more non-targets running around this time of the year than what you do in the late fall and early winter. So you're going to catch a lot of coon, you're going to catch a lot of skunks, you're going to catch a lot of possums if you have those in your area. So, don't get discouraged, because it's part of it. It's just going to happen. But this puppy scratch set is absolutely fantastic to use. If you find a place where you can use them, by all means, I suggest you do. So anyway, that's kind of the deal there. Again, you would want your trap set so that you've got a spring going towards the trench, spring coming back so that he comes into between the jaws and not over the jaws. Now, the only time that would change is if you have a trail here and you create this into a walkthrough type set. Then again, the springs would be running parallel with the trail versus crossways. Always get them coming between the jaws, not over the jaws. So anyway, that's that set there, and we'll go take a look at another one that I really like to use this time of the year. All right, guys, now here's what we've done. We've set this up. We're right along the edge here of a field. Prevailing wind is in our face. And what we've done, we've kind of created our walkthrough, and we've got 3 punch holes there, just little Mickey Mouse wobble holes. One of those holes will get a sweet type lure. Usually the one in the middle will get the loud rank stuff, and the outside one gets nothing more than a shot of beaver lure, straight beaver lure, nothing, no any other additives added to it, just straight beaver caster. And then a good shot of urine on the backing, a good smear gland lure up under the edge of it. Now you've just appealed to everything that a coyote could ever want. You've got sweet mild, loud rank, curiosity, gland, urine. You've got everything here at this set. Again, we've kind of created a little bit of a walkthrough, so our levers would go parallel to it instead of perpendicular, okay? So create that walkthrough. This is a deadly dynamite set to use this time of the year. Works very, very well on coyotes. Works very well on red fox as well. All right, guys, and then the other thing is like I said, a good urine post set. Good urine post set this time of the year, you can't hardly go wrong. Those coyotes are going to defend that territory with everything they have. And we know for a fact that about every 160 to 200 yards, a coyote stops and urinates or defecates on, if the spot's right, okay? So about every 160 to 200 yards down a travel lane, you should be dropping in some urine post sets along the way there. Really good gland lure, good quality urine. You're going to pick up a bunch of coyotes that way, guys. And then the other thing, like I said, is snares. If you can find the travel route and there's no machinery going down it, nobody's driving through there with anything, hang them snares where you can. Snares or cable restraints, they are going to become your best friend this time of the year for eliminating coyotes. There's no other way around it. Granted, and like I said before, they will work those louder type baits and lures. Just use a little less, okay? Just use less of it than what you would normally. Create that curiosity kind of thing with them. Give them enough there to smell. Don't be stingy with it, but don't overload them. And I honestly, I don't know that you actually can. I really don't think you can load them. You know, as I've stated before in other videos, they just fed on a 1,200-pound dead cow back here in the back, about 1.5 miles from here. And now he comes by here and he smells, you know, maybe a ½ an ounce of bait or lure, and now all of a sudden that's too much. Come on, I don't believe that any more than I believe I can fly. So, you know, just use your best judgment. I can't tell you one way or the other. Just use your best judgment with it, guys. Guys, I sure appreciate y'all tuning in on this video. I really want to stop and thank you for a minute. I really do appreciate it all. Can't believe what that means to me, what you've done for this channel. I mean that sincerely with all my heart. Guys, once again, this is Dale Billingsley with another one. Signing out.